Hey guys, I hope y'all are having a great day because we will not be speaking on a very great subject. We are going to be speaking on the very definition of racism in this country. When I tell y'all this, y'all may not believe it, but it's true. And it happened real recent too. A 6-year-old from North Carolina was arrested. Let me back it up real quick. Let me back it up. A 6-year-old black boy in North Carolina was arrested for picking tulips in his neighbor's yard while waiting for the bus. The aftermath of this flower picking incident showed racism can blossom at any time. Inequality doesn't wait until a black person reaches a particular age or milestone. Rather, systemic racism starts impacting children at a young age and never stops. Picking a tulip is a natural childhood desire, regardless where the flowers are located. That's because children do not understand our complex legal system of property ownership. They attend kindergarten and first grade classes where themes like sharing and caring are pumped into their psyche. Imagine being told that everyone shares, cares, and works together only to learn that picking a flower can land you in the criminal justice system. What happened to the young child was horrible all by itself, but we cannot avoid the racial undertones of the story. We know that a little 6-year-old white boy would not be arrested for picking a single tulip near his bus stop in America. Arresting the black child for the infraction seems to drive home the idea that these flowers belong here, but you certainly don't. Whenever a black person experiences racism, particularly a child who cannot speak for himself, there will always be some white person claiming no harm, no foul. However, the impacts of racism can have long term impacts on black people, and no one should try to minimize the lasting stain of injustice. Like any child, he needed help from the adults to stay focused on the matter at hand. But any person who's fit to stand trial should have the mental ability to participate in proceedings. Yet he needed a coloring book to occupy him. That in and of itself should concern even the harshest critic. 6 years is too young. Society shouldn't expect a little black boy to understand the gravity of his actions or the potential consequences. Okay, now we can all agree that systemic racism robbed black children of their innocence. We can never forget about 14-year-old George Stinney. He was accused of killing 2 white girls and sentenced to death by electric chair in 1944. After his death, the state exonerated him, but his innocence could not save him that day. An all-white jury made up their minds in only 10 minutes. He became the youngest person executed by electric chair. He was a child begging for his life because of racism. Sadly, the killer remained free. The justice system took 70 years to recognize the innocence of a young boy, and while the federal government now bars the execution of persons under the age of 15, we have yet to address the lack of a national age limit for arrest. Well, that's all for today. Have a, as I should say it, nice day. Peace.